Hey, what's up? This is Matt Dietz, and this is Agency Launch. This is the show where I talk about what it's like to run an insurance agency. I talk about staffing and customer service and marketing and sales. And if you can do those four things well, you'll be successful. All right, so in order to help you do one of those things well, we are in an interesting market right now, and they are encouraging agents to pivot and look at other types of coverage to sell. So if you text me 208-213-8809, I have a free resource to help you get your foot in the door to writing commercial insurance. I didn't write commercial for like 2 years. I wish I started sooner, but now I do it really well. So I'm going to tell you what you need to know to get your foot in the door with commercial. So text me commercial to 208-213-8809. All right, on with the show. All right, I got something for you today. I got another feather to put in your cap. I got another tool to put in your toolbox. I wanted to introduce you to Brightco. Brightco is an online jewelry insurance carrier, and they are making your life easier and your customers' lives easier. How? Well, quoting is super easy. You can do a quote in like 2 minutes by answering 6 questions. All their policies are backed by an AM Best A+ rated insurance carrier. Renewals are automatic. Claims will not be reported on a Clue report. That is huge. Their plans offer $0 deductibles. They have 125% replacement cost value. They cover mysterious disappearance. It's everything you want in your jewelry coverage. So do me a favor. If you want to get appointed or check them out, go to bright.co/Matt Dietz. That's bright.co/MATTDIETZ and get in. Hey, what's up? All right, today I want to talk a little bit about learning, educating, what you can do for yourself to get better. And I hired some coaches recently over the past year to help me with some stuff. And you may know, but I do some coaching as well. I changed up my agency launch program this year. It was in its infancy, wasn't just an online training platform. It's still there for you. It has 50 modules: sales, staffing, retention, and marketing. It's 13 hours of me. It's everything that I wish I knew when I started an agency. Okay. And I built that like 3 years ago because I wanted people to know what I knew. I run a different type of agency, right? Anyway, people were buying that program. I had it at a lower price point, and people were buying it, but not really using it. Just full disclosure. And so I got some coaching myself. Okay. And I needed to learn some things on selling a product like this. And so that program is still there. The pricing structure is different. And I have added something more substantial, which is one-on-one coaching, where you and I would meet every week, and then you have me in your back pocket kind of 24/7 if anything comes up. So we work on what you need to work on in the minute, in real time. Okay. So I'm doing this kind of coaching with agents right now, and it's super fun and it's super engaging, and it's just me and you. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit because I had to learn some psychology behind pricing. And what ended up happening, and I came up with this analogy. All right. Have you ever bought a course or a book, at a price point that was like really comfortable? So for example, I have a book sitting on my floor behind me right now that I responded to on a great Instagram ad. This was a great ad for sales, and he held my attention for like the whole 3 minutes or whatever. I was like, this guy's killing it. He's got my attention, which is what we need to learn how to do, capture people's attention and hold it, right? Earn a little bit of trust in there. And he was just killing it. And then he's like, click here and I'll send you a free book. I was like, cool. This was like 8 months ago. I bought the book and it's been sitting on my office floor for 8 months. I also am very interested in expanding my skill set into writing. creative writing, storytelling, things like that. And so I found someone on Twitter who writes great stuff, and he was like, sign up here, and I'll send you my free PDF book and teach you how to write. I was like, cool. Downloaded it. Oh, I never read it. I bought courses in the past. I wanted to learn how to do better with my, Instagram and creating more reels. And I wanted to learn more about that. So I found a creator who was teaching that online, and, she was selling it for like $49. I was like, cool, $49. I can do that. Bought it, watched a few, got a few tips out of it, but there's a lot I didn't watch. Okay. So, what am I getting at here? If the book that's sitting on my floor might be loaded with really good stuff, if that book was $500, I would have read it cover to cover multiple times and probably wore out highlighters going through it and implemented and tried whatever he was trying to teach me. Okay. If that course that I bought online was $799, I would have done substantially more with that course. Okay. I bought a program many years ago on how to get leads to mortgage brokers. And at the time, it was $2,200, which was a lot of money for me. It was almost more than I was comfortable spending, but I really believed in what they were teaching. I really did. Like, it's something that I really felt that could help my agency. And I bought it, and I worked it for like 18 months. And I know I got my money back from that. Okay. But I worked it really hard for dozens of hours, learning, building, tweaking, trying. And all I cared about was getting my money back. Okay. I need to sell $22,000 in premium on this, because now I'm invested. Okay. So there's this weird psychology that happens when we are purchasing things to help ourselves out. And it didn't really hit me until, I got some coaching myself. And, the reason I'm telling you this is because there are programs like mine out there. There are other programs out there too. And you probably know what I'm talking about. If you've bought any of these programs, you are really invested. Okay. And because it makes you uncomfortable, there's a risk there, right? There's a leap of faith. It's not quite your burning of the boats moment. That story where the conqueror came and he's like, we're going to take over the island, and he burned all his boats so they had no way to leave. I can't remember who that is, but it's not quite that big. But there should be some pain, when you're making a decision like that. And there should be some urgency, and there should be like a stronger internal drive to take what you're being taught and put it into play, because there's real money at play. Okay. Anyway, these are just some things that I've been thinking of as I have conversations with agents about potentially working with them. I just think it's interesting. I've sold more courses now that my price is higher, than they were lower, and people are staying on the platform longer and doing more work with it and getting more out of it. And that has been really interesting to me. So when you're thinking about buying something to help yourself, I don't care what it is, whether it's for your business or you're going to, do something and you're paying money, but I don't care. Maybe you're taking guitar lessons or something like that. If you have free guitar lessons, or you got a guy that's, charging you $100 a week or whatever, you're going to practice harder if you're putting your money into it. It's this weird psychology, right? If you have free guitar lessons on an app on your phone, you're just like, whatever, there's no pain there. You're creating a pain point you're manually creating a pain point, which is really interesting. And it's, we talk about accountability and how important it is to hold yourself accountable. I think that's what happens when you purchase a product that's higher in price, is it comes with accountability. You're forcing yourself to become accountable to what you're purchasing, because you don't want to look like an idiot and blow $3,000 and not get anything from it. Okay. So whatever works for you, if you are able to read all the free material and free books and stuff like that and get stuff from it, more power to you. Read it. It's just, I'm not saying you shouldn't do that stuff. I'm just saying take a hard look at the things that that are available to you, and what are you getting the most out of, and what's going to motivate you to really do the work. Okay. So coaching is really interesting because what I pay for coaching is uncomfortable, but I show up and I do the work, and it makes me work harder. And so anyway, I just wanted to share those thoughts with you today. I think it's really interesting. I wanted you to think about, if you need any help or any coaching, the only other thing I would tell you is make sure you vet the programs that you're considering buying. Okay. Talk to other agents who have purchased these programs before, and don't go in blind. Okay. You still have due diligence to do. So make sure that what you're purchasing works. Okay. And I've saved a lot of money by doing that too. I've talked to agents who have purchased products that did not work for them, and so I didn't buy them. So make sure you vet what you're purchasing too. So anyway, those are my thoughts on trying to better yourself as a professional. So there you go. My name is Matt. This is Agency Launch. You can find me all over the place. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Dietz Agency, and I'm all over LinkedIn. Why don't you connect with me on LinkedIn? Don't forget to send me a text, 208-213-8809, and send me a message that just says commercial, and I'll hook you up with a free asset from my master program. There you go. Thanks for listening. Keep up the good work.